Hello everyone, it's Lola here again and I welcome you all back to my kitchen. So today we are going to be making the most delicious jambalaya pasta, and in about 30 minutes we are going to put everything together. So let's get started. I'm using this pasta today, however you can use any pasta of your choice. Alright, so you want to boil this for about 10 minutes. You don't want it to be too soft. You want it kind of al dente. That is the texture we are looking for. So here we go. The pasta is done. Like I said, we don't want to cook it too soft. It's just right. I'm now going to just drain this water. Then I'm going to be setting it aside. I'm going to be preheating some oil inside my pan. About 3 to 4 tablespoons is fine. So while the oil is getting preheated, I'm just going to quickly season my shrimps with some Cajun spice. We'll give that a good mix. You want all the shrimps to be well coated with the seasoning. I'll also season my chicken too with some Cajun seasoning as well. Mix that together thoroughly, just like you did for the shrimps. And once that is done, just set it aside. Once the oil is nice and hot, go ahead and add the shrimps. So once the shrimps are well browned on both sides, I'll just go ahead and take everything off the heat. In the same pan, I'm going to be frying my chicken. So once the chicken are well browned on one side, you want to flip them to the other side. And you also want to cook the flip side until it becomes nicely browned. So once the chicken is nicely browned, I'm just going to take it off the heat as well, and I'll be setting it aside. So finally, I've got my sausage. I'm also going to be cooking this until it's nicely browned on both sides. So here I've got my vegetables well prepped. It's important to get everything prepped ahead of time. It's going to save you a lot of cooking time in the kitchen and stress and, going back and forth. So. Alright, I'll now be adding my onions inside my pan, followed by my minced garlic and my bay leaf. So you want to mix everything together and leave the onion to cook until it becomes a little bit softened. Alright, so my onions are now soft and a little bit caramelized. They're looking so good. In goes my bell peppers, my green and my red bell peppers, and also I'm going to be adding my tomatoes. Give that a good mix. So at this point I'm going to be seasoning this with my spices. I'm adding a little bit of red chili flakes just for a little bit of heat, a little bit of oregano, black pepper, thyme, and a little bit of more Cajun seasoning. You can use this as much as you want to. Alright, go ahead and give that a good mix. So the Cajun seasoning comes with a lot of salt. So this is a good time to check your food to know if you need a little more salt or it's just fine. So we want to leave this to cook for a few minutes just for the vegetables to get softened. Alright. This smells so good now, but we are not yet done. It's now time to add our tomato sauce and some chicken stock. So before I cover this up, I'm going to be adding my chicken. Mix that all together. Now cover this up and allow it to come to a rolling boil. All right, this is now looking nice and good, and it smells really good in here. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is to add my pasta. I want to mix that in thoroughly. And finally, I'm going to be adding the shrimps. You want to go ahead and mix that in as well. So now I'm going to be covering this, and I'm going to leave it to simmer for a few more minutes so that the pasta can absorb all that beautiful flavor. So that is it, guys. This looks so good, as you can see, and it smells absolutely good. Plus, it's very delicious. So this is how I make my jambalaya pasta. Very easy to put together and very tasty. So that is it again for today. Thank you very much for spending your time with me. As usual, all the details you need for this recipe can be found in the description box below. Until next time, I'll talk to you shortly. Enjoy.